MLB ejections are where calm turns to chaos. When one bad call ignites all-out drama, from players to managers, no one's safe when tempers explode on the diamond. Kyle Schwarber's legendary meltdown.
Here it comes. Called strike three, and Schwarber.
In one of the most memorable ejections in recent memory, Kyle Schwarber lost it after a called third strike that missed, well, nearly everything. He didn't just argue, he performed. Tossed the helmet, threw the bat. Arms flailing, pointing in every direction, he accused the ump of missing calls inside, outside, high and low. Even the broadcast crew agreed. The strike zone that day looked like it was drawn by a toddler. "He's been bad for both sides," Schwarber shouted, and he was right. The frustration of the entire game spilled out in 30 glorious seconds. Tony Larusa, the repeat offender.
Ball in 2 strikes to Eloy. Strike 3 called.
Some managers get tossed once in a season. Tony Larusa, he makes it look like a hobby. Whether he's defending his players, questioning the strike zone, or just fed up with bad calls, Larusa has been ejected more than 80 times in his career. In one classic moment, he stormed out to argue a call on a pitch that was clearly low. The ump didn't even hesitate, tossed him mid-sentence. But Larusa didn't leave quietly. Oh no. He stayed. He yelled. He pointed. He made sure everyone knew. He had receipts. That kind of old-school fire, it's rare and it's iconic. Benches clear in the ALCS. When the stakes are highest, tempers boil fastest. In the American League Championship Series, Adolis Garcia got plunked with a 97-mile-per-hour fastball, and all hell broke loose. He turned and went straight for the mound. Catcher tries to hold him back. Benches cleared. Bullpen stormed in. It wasn't just heated, it was nuclear. The ejection tally. Multiple players, a manager, and even a coach. Post-game interviews confirmed it wasn't just about that pitch. It was personal. Jace Tingler, David Ross, and the manager meltdowns.
This pitch is a ball.
Can you hold Mookie Betts down in a game with this many decisions to make?
Ejections aren't just about players. Sometimes the managers are the main event. Jace Tingler once came flying out of the dugout after a borderline strike 3 call, practically sprinting at the ump. He was ejected before he could even begin his rant. David Ross, same story. Known for his even-keeled demeanor. But when the strike zone collapses, even Grandpa Rossi turns into a storm. And sometimes it's strategic. Fire up the team, take the fall, and get thrown out to spark a comeback. Fun fact, Bobby Cox holds the record for most MLB ejections ever, 161 times. Player outbursts that went viral.
On the inside corner, got him looking. Second time Chisum.
Not all ejections are equal. Some are pure viral gold. Manny Machado, after a strikeout, slammed his bat and helmet so hard you could hear the clunk echo across the stadium. Alec Boehm, ejected for slamming his helmet after a borderline call. And then there's Chisum Jr. He barked once, got warned, barked again, got tossed. His reaction? Priceless. He didn't storm. He didn't yell. He grinned, clapped, and walked off like he knew the whole thing was ridiculous. That's how you go viral in style. Umpires on a power trip? Let's talk about the other side. Some umpires become the center of attention, and not in a good way. Fans call it the ump show when an official inserts themselves into the moment. Cases like Angel Hernandez and CB Bucknor are infamous. In one game, multiple players got rung up on pitches way outside the zone. Replay after replay showed the same thing. Bad calls, escalating tensions, and then the ejection. The worst part, no accountability. Players get fined, managers get suspended, but umps, they stay right behind the plate. Fans know, players know. And sometimes, the scoreboard isn't the only thing that gets lit up. Bat flips and the disrespect debate.
Flips are a part of the game of baseball, and these are some of the most disrespectful bat flips in baseball history.
Baseball has unwritten rules, and bat flips are one of them. When Jorge Soler got called out on strikes and flipped his bat high into the air, it wasn't a celebration. It was sarcasm. The ump didn't like the attitude. Instant ejection. Another time, Randy Arozarena launched a bat flip and launched himself straight out of the game. It's a growing tension in MLB. The new school of flashy energy versus the old school of stoic tradition. Who's right? Depends on who you ask. But the result is usually the same. Bat flip, ump reaction, you're gone. The weird ones.
My point is this. Oh boy, strike three.
That's only the second strike.
Not all ejections make sense. Some are just weird. Like the time Rhys Hoskins was ejected after the inning for a delayed helmet slam. Or when Luis Rojas got tossed for questioning a balk call with no one on base. Then there's the phantom interference call where Will Myers slid into second and Lindor couldn't make the catch. The ump ruled interference. Showalter, instantly gone. Oh, and how about a bunt causing an ejection? Yup, interference was called on a bunt. The crowd booed, the manager argued, and the ump tossed two guys in under 10 seconds. When it gets personal.
History between the Marlins and Acuna, and there we go. First pitch of the game, he gets smoked.
Sometimes ejections go deeper than the game. Ronald Acuna Jr., one of MLB's brightest stars, has been hit by pitches more than almost anyone, often early in games. It's led to some serious tension between the Braves and opponents like the Marlins. One game, first pitch, right into Acuna. Benches cleared immediately, manager gone, warnings issued. The message was clear, this was personal. Other times, players get ejected just for arguing too long or saying the wrong word. You'll see the ump pause, look, and then suddenly, boom, you're out. Ejections like that, they stay with players. Should we blame the umpires? It's easy to point fingers, but are the umpires really to blame? MLB has started using automated strike zones in the minors, and the early results? Pretty interesting. Fewer arguments, fewer ejections, but also fewer human moments. Love them or hate them, the human element is part of the game's drama. The missed calls, the arguments, the passion, that's what gives baseball its pulse. The strike three epidemic.
JD Martinez likes to swing very early in the count. JD Martinez.
Sometimes the third strike isn't just a call, it's a trigger. Across seasons, players have been ejected after being called third strikes that missed by inches. Bryson Stott, Alec Boehm, and JD Martinez, all victims of questionable strike calls. And when the call comes in the bottom of the ninth, with the game on the line, that's when emotions go nuclear. Some throw helmets, some toss bats, some just stare, frozen, like their brain can't process the bad call. But the ump doesn't care. The moment you react, you're gone. Fans see it, players feel it, and sometimes the game changes because of it. Pitchers get tossed too. You'd think pitchers are safe from ejections, just focused on throwing strikes. But that's not always the case. They've been tossed for arguing calls, hitting batters, or simply reacting. Joe Kelly once got ejected after a strikeout just for making a face. Michael Lorenzen was tossed because the ump thought he said something. Even closers like Craig Kimbrell haven't been spared. Moral of the story? Distance doesn't matter. The ump's fuse is always short when umpires lose control. It's one thing for players to lose their cool, but when umpires lose control, it's chaos. Some umpires get baited into ejections by one-liners, gestures, or even eye rolls. Others, they come out looking for a fight. One notorious case, an umpire once threw out a player while his back was turned just for tossing a glove in the dugout. Another, a coach got tossed during a pitching change before he'd even said a word. It's not always the players who escalate. Sometimes the person with the power trips the wire. Minor league madness. If you think ejections are wild in the majors, wait till you see the minors. With fewer cameras, more experimental umpires, and players trying to make a name, it gets nuts. There was a minor league manager who once got ejected and crawled on his belly like a soldier, pretending to sneak up on the umpire. Another flipped first base off the field and tossed it into the stands. And don't forget the guy who stole second base. Literally ripped it out of the dirt and ran away with it after an ejection. Minor leagues equals fewer fines. So when they blow up, it's legendary. Ejections that sparked comebacks. Not every ejection is a loss. Some spark something magical. In 2016, Cubs manager Joe Maddon was tossed in the middle of a tight playoff game. The Cubs rallied immediately, flipping momentum and winning the game. Another time, Aaron Boone got tossed for his legendary "savages in the box" rant, and the Yankees' offense exploded afterward. Ejections can unite a team. It's a statement. We're not taking this. And sometimes it's exactly what the squad needs. In the end, baseball is emotional, passionate, unpredictable. And the best ejections? They don't end the story. They start the rally. Baseball is a beautiful game, but it's also full of emotion, frustration, and fire. Whether it's a rookie losing his cool, a veteran manager standing up for his team, or an umpire throwing out half the dugout, MLB ejections are unforgettable. And for every toss, there's a story of passion, of pride, of a game that still means everything. Drop a comment. What's the wildest ejection you've ever seen? Like, share, and subscribe for more insane baseball moments. This was MLB Insane Ejections. Thanks for watching.